Shveta, are you sure you know what you think you know? Are you sure you know what you think you know, Shveta?
Thank you, Rahul. You're Nikhil, right? Can you please throw this ball like a girl? Throw it to me, like a girl.
Ooh!
Once more. Like a girl, remember, like a small girl. Thank you. Mr. Toastmaster, distinguished guests, and my dear, dear friends. Thank you, Nikhil, for helping me with this little
What was the
activity.
purpose behind that?
I will tell you. Before talking about this activity, let me share another story with you first. So there were 3 young boys, Gupta, Bhola and Shambhu, playing cricket outside their village boundary. So Shambhu, being a left-arm fast bowler, throws a really fast ball to Bhola, who hits it for a 6. And the ball straight away goes and falls inside the well. Very angry, Shambhu and Gupta give the death stare to Bhola. He just had to hit it so hard and show off. Perplexed and scared, Bhola runs towards the well to have a look at the ball, slips and falls inside the well. Frantically, he starts shouting for help. Help me, help me. Shambhu looks around, can't find anyone, so barks at Gupta. Go to the village and find someone for help. In the meantime, I'll try to pull him out. Gupta goes, sprints towards the village, finds a couple of wise men, and narrates the whole story. The first wise man, very unfortunate. We must rush to the rescue right away because there is no way on earth that Shambhu can pull Gupta out, as Bhola is at least twice the size of Shambhu. So they run to their rescue, and when they reach there, they are zapped. What they see is that both boys are lying on the floor, panting and puffing for air. So the wise man asks Shambhu, "Hey boy, who pulled Bhola out of the well?" "I did, uncle. I did." "But you cannot do that. You are at least half the size of Bhola. You cannot do that." "Really? But no one told me that." Coming back to the ball. A few months ago, an experiment was conducted with some adults who were called and asked to throw this ball like a girl. Most of them threw it like this. In fact, all of them did that. And then an 8-year-old girl was called and asked to throw the ball, just like I said, that little girl. She took it in her hand, threw it with all her might, right till the end of the room. After which a man went up to her and said, "Hey little girl, how could you throw the ball so far? Little girls are not supposed to be so strong." To which she gave a simple reply, "Really? But no one told me that." Now let me ask a question. Prashant sir, do you think you can lift a car all by yourself?
Yes.
Fantastic. A bit Yes, you're right, you can. In the year 1982, one Mr. Tony Cavallo in Georgia, America, was working. He was repairing the car from beneath it. Suddenly something went wrong. The car dropped on him and was trapped. Hearing the loud thud, his mother, an elderly woman, Mrs. Angela Cavallo, came rushing out of the house to his rescue. Without thinking, she lifted the car high enough and long enough for 2 neighbors to pull Tony out from beneath the car. After this incident, a news reporter asked Mrs. Cavallo, "Ma'am, how could you lift such a heavy car? You're a frail woman." To which she said, "Mister, I wasn't thinking what I was doing. I just did what had to be be done. This brings me to a question I want to ask to all of you. Please be honest. Has there ever been a time in your life when you wanted to do something, big or small, doesn't matter, but you wanted to do it, but then someone came and told you that, hey, what are you thinking? It's not possible. And you gave it up? Anyone? No one?
You give up.
Yes?
Yeah.
Can I please request you to write it down, whatever it is? Just write it down on a piece of paper. In the meantime, I'll tell you my story. After graduating in journalism, I wanted to pursue my career further in it. But then a relative came and told me, what are you thinking? It is not possible for girls to strike a balance between work and home once they become journalists. So what did I do? I gave it up. It completely changed my life. And today I can't help but think sometimes, what if? What if? Because today I know for sure that there is nothing that I cannot do, provided I want to do it. Bakul bhai, how many kilometers have you cycled in one day?
Not in one day, in 3.5 hours, we did 103 kilometers.
103 kilometers. And you could do it because you knew that you can do it. So there is nothing that I cannot do, provided I want to do it. We all have a Shambhu inside us. Please remember, he was able to pull out his much bigger and heavier friend out of the well because there was no one to tell him that he could not do so. Please remember that the little girl could throw the ball so, far in the distance because no one told her that she was not strong enough. Mrs. Cavallo was not a heavy, weightlifter. The only thing that helped her lift that car was a mental strength. Her body and mind's impulsive reaction to save her son. She didn't stop to think, can I not? She just did what needed to be done. We all are familiar with a tiny creature called an ant. It weighs a meager 5 milligrams. 5 milligrams. And it can carry up to not 10, not 100, but 1,000 times heavier weight than its own body on its back. Do you know why? Because till date, no one has told the ant that she can't do it. It's true. And on the other hand, we have our mighty, mighty elephant that can weigh from anywhere between a few hundred kilograms to a colossal 7,000 kilograms. And yet, it ends up meekly following the instructions of its trainer. The trainer who's not even 1/100th in weight than the elephant. So, Shambhu was not different from any one of us. He just portrayed amazing mental strength. He portrayed the qualities of an ant. And his mental strength was comparable to that of physical strength of the elephant. Mrs. Cavallo also showcased mighty mental strength, and in both these cases, the mental strength manifested itself in physical strength. Please remember, don't let anyone tell you that you can't. Be Shambhu, please be Shambhu. Be Mrs. Cavallo. Be the ant and be that little girl. Ask yourself, are you sure that you know what you think you know? Thank you. Over to you.